What's up guys, Simply Coco here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another speed build here in The Sims 4. So today, as you can tell by the title, we are building a traditional brick house. Excuse me, that was a burp. So yeah, this is just a really big family home. I'm building it in Willow Creek. I'm not sure what lot size this is, but you can, if you look at the top left hand side of your screen, that is the lot I am building it on. So if you want to plop it down in your game, that's where it goes. I'm sort of kind of building from reference. I don't think I have the image on my Pinterest board, but it was actually just a picture of the backyard of this home. So the front facade of the home, I kind of had to come up with my own kind of thing for that because I didn't have a reference image for it. So the backyard I'm building from reference, but the front I kind of had to just figure something out and do my own thing. So yeah, this is what I came up with, and the shell has pretty much come together. We're going with this base game brick, I believe it is. Trying to find some columns to use on the edge now to kind of just be like a little like a detail. You know how some of the wallpapers, they have like the little border on the end of them. Well, this is a way you can kind of make your own little border, is just use columns. Using some base game windows. That door is actually from Seasons. But this is by no means a pack restricted build, but it should be fairly easy to download if you have just base game, because a lot of it is base game, especially the exterior. A lot of the exterior is base game. So if nothing else, you can download the build and the exterior should be completely completed. I don't know what all I used as far as landscaping, but since this is a base game world, what I usually do for landscaping, and I say this a lot, but what I usually do for landscaping is I just look around the world and see what's around the lot, and then I just use those things, those same plants, for the landscaping of the house. So yeah, it should just be base game landscaping, but I guess we'll see here in a minute. Getting some chimneys in there. There's two. I don't know why I just sung that. But yeah, it's this back part of the house that I was actually building from reference from. I'm going to end up moving the lot up some because there's going to be a pool back here and there's not enough room right this second. Right here, if you don't know what I'm doing, because I see that I used to see this a lot in people's videos and I didn't know what they were doing when I first got started, but I'm putting a foundation down so that I can put a trim underneath it. So you can see I just put this thick base game trim. Sometimes the trims don't want to be placed, like you can't place them unless you have a foundation piece there. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm putting a foundation piece all over the house or all over the roof so that I can put a trim on the roof. Yeah. Oh, so the windows back here, I'm actually realizing are from the Mosquito stuff pack. I guess I didn't like the base game ones. I really like this house. The only thing I don't like is the front of it kind of looks unbalanced because there's like a little bump out on the right hand side, and on the left hand side there's not a bump out. So I wanted to put a bump out on that side, but it just wouldn't have made sense or looked right. I mean, I guess I could have made it a garage, and now that I think about it, I wish I would have done that. Put a garage over there just to kind of balance out the front of the build a little bit. Another thing I just noticed with some of the landscaping, I did use some island living bushes because we have these long base game bushes. Ooh, excuse me, these like manicured looking bushes that, you know, a lot of people use their base game bushes. But we only have the long version. But with Island Living came with a smaller version of that same bush. So I used that to kind of round out the corners when I needed to turn a corner. But yeah, the landscape on this lot's pretty simple. It's all greenery. There's not too many plants or anything like that. Sorry, I'm moving around a lot right now. I did speed this up like 850 times just because it was almost 4 hours worth of footage. I think it was close to 3.5. I think it was like 325. So another big build, my last build was the high school build, and that took over 4 hours. So yeah, I'm definitely building a tiny home next because I've been doing a lot of bigger builds, because for a long time I was only building like 1 and 2 bedroom houses, and I kind of felt bad because I was like, I feel like most people that play The Sims play with family gameplay, and like if you have a 2-bedroom house, there's not a lot you can do with that, unless you have kids share a room. But then when they turn teens, they might want their own room and stuff like that. So I was like, I need to start building bigger homes. So like, I think this is my first. No, it's not. But this house has like 5 bedrooms. But yeah, so I've been building a lot of three bedrooms, 3 or more bedrooms is what I've been building a lot of recently. So I'm definitely building a tiny home next. I just realized that I did put some ivy on the front of the build that is from Discovery University. So that is also another landscaping item that you won't necessarily have if you don't have that pack. But we have now moved on into the interior of the build. We are working on the kitchen. So we're going for this blue color scheme in here. I feel like this is another one of those color schemes I do a lot, but it kind of differs throughout the house. There were some interior shots of this home, so I just kind of went along with what the interior shots of the home were. It was on that Houzz website that I've been mentioning a lot. It's houzz.com, and if you go to the tab that says get ideas and go and find where it says exterior, you can find some exteriors of homes. And sometimes there's a floor plan. More likely than not, there isn't going to be a floor plan. But sometimes it gives you a floor plan. But if it doesn't give you a floor plan, it will give you like the front facade of the house, the back facade, and some interior shots. So for whatever reason, this home didn't have a front facade photo, but it did have the back, and then it did have some interior shots. So the interior is very, very, very inspired by the actual interior of the real life home. So yeah. But the color scheme of this house does not end up being blues and light wood tones and grays and tans and stuff like that. I think just the kitchen is. Overall, the main color scheme is more so gray. Gray and like a cream color. And I think I popped some red in too, because I don't know why I'm thinking this, but I feel like in the living room I put some red chairs. I don't quite remember though. We'll get to the living room here pretty soon. I went with two what are these, stoves. I've never really understood homes with 2 stoves, but I guess like, if you are cooking like Thanksgiving dinner and the turkey needs to be cooking for 2 hours, but you also need to make the stuffing and heat up the rolls and stuff like that, you can do it in the other stove. So I guess that would be beneficial in a way, but like for everyday cooking, you wouldn't need it. Sorry if you hear that rumbling and tumbling. I have no idea what it is. It's probably the garbage people taking the garbage or something. But it was very loud, and I'm sorry if I started talking louder to talk over it. But now we're into the dining room, which is right off of the kitchen. There's 2 entrances into the dining room. One is the second entrance is off of a hallway. that tables based game, these chairs are what is that pack called? Parenthood, yes. Where did that tea set come from? Did that tea set come in a kit? I don't remember where that tea set came from. I don't know. Was it Cottage Living? I feel like that tea set came in a kit. I don't know. Maybe it was Courtyard Oasis. I don't remember. But there's a tea set. And a chicken. Okay, yeah. So I lied. The color scheme of this house is very much so blues and whites and creams. But for some reason, I feel like I didn't. For some reason, I'm thinking I put like burgundy couches in the living room. We'll just see when we get to the living room. But yeah, I don't know why this build took me so long. It really, I don't know. I guess we'll see. I mean, there was a lot of like extra space to furnish that you normally wouldn't have in a normal size home. But right off of this dining room, there's a big hallway that leads to the backyard, and there's like a breakfast nook area over here where all these windows are. I made this like a breakfast nook area, which kind of doesn't make a whole lot of sense because it's so far away from the kitchen that it's not even really a breakfast nook anymore. But I mean, if this was my house, I would make this, like, I would come sit here for breakfast. Like, yeah, or like if my mom didn't allow me to do my homework in my bedroom, I'd come and sit right here and do it or something. So it's just like a less formal dining area. This is probably where the family sits more often than not. And the proper dining room is probably used for, special occasions, birthdays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, stuff where occasions where people would need to come over. But for every night dinner, this is probably where the family sits, I would say. But yeah. So you can kind of see into the backyard a little bit. I put the pool in already and did some landscaping back there. I didn't realize I did that off camera. Unless I cut it out to save some time. But yeah, just filling up that area with some stuff. This is another part of the hallway, so I did put stuff for pets in here. Hopefully I didn't forget a pet bowl or anything. I think I put the pet bowl right here. By the leashes and stuff. So we have a mirror. And then I think I just put an ottoman right here. Either an ottoman or like a bench. I think I put the bench. I was going to put a bar, and I would have really, really loved a bar right here. But there's an entrance to the kitchen right there. And without it, there'd only be one entrance to the kitchen. And this is such a big house, I feel like, it'd be realistic to have two. So I just went with a little seating area. I feel like in big houses like this, in real life, excuse me, had to burp. I feel like with big houses like this in real life, if there's extra space that needs to be filled, then it gets a seating area. It becomes a seating area. I don't remember if I ended up putting curtains on the windows over there by that table. I don't remember. This door right here, by the way, to the right of that couch, that's gonna lead to a butler's room. So that is a bedroom. It doesn't have to be for a butler if you don't want it to be, but it is kind of furnished, in a traditional kind of way. So you can make it for a grandma or for a grandpa or for grandparents all together. But I was imagining it was for a butler, because who has a gigantic house like this and doesn't have a butler or some or something. But this is what I was talking about. So this is the living room. So I did put a more burgundy-esque colored couch. I don't know what inspired me to do that. Maybe it was the the photos that I was looking at. But then I used these 2 chairs from Cats and Dogs that has the little throw blanket on it, which I really love that. But I wish there was a version of each. I wish there was a version of each swatch that didn't have the throw blankets on it, just because like now I'm using 2 of these chairs and they both have throw blankets on it. Why do they have 2 blankets of the same, why do they have 2 of the exact same blanket? I feel the same way about the, what is that? About the paranormal stuff pack couch. It came with throw blankets on it and throw pillows, and I love that. But it's the same both times. So like if I wanted to use 2 of the couches, it would be the same exact clutter on it, both times in the same exact spots. So I wish there was a way the Sims team could like not fix that, but like in the future, like not do that. What they really should do is create throw blankets and throw pillows that we can place on the couches ourselves. CC creators have done it, so it should be possible. A lot of the throw pillows that I see CC creators make, even the ones that are supposed to be Max's Match, end up looking like alpha custom content. If you don't know what alpha custom content is, alpha, if you know that game IMVU or something like that, alpha custom content looks like it's supposed to be in that IMVU game, or like I don't even know what other game, but it just doesn't match the graphics of the game. That's alpha custom content. But if it looks like the Sims team could have made it, that's Max's Match. And a lot of the throw pillows that I've seen by custom content creators look alpha. But I mean, we did just get a pillow with the little campers kit. So all they have to do is create that same pillow, or create a pillow like that, but have it sitting up, and then we can place it on a couch. I'm pretty sure all the couches in the game are the same height. So all they have to do is by default have the pillow sit at that height, and then we can put it on our couches. Maybe one day. We apparently have many more years of The Sims 4 left. So maybe one day. Speaking of that, I know I just talked all through the office. That was an office. Now we're working on the master suite. But speaking on having many more years of The Sims 4, I'm completely and 100% okay with that. I love this game. I got into the Sims 4 community pretty late, and I got into the Sims 4 YouTubing community even later than that. So the longer this game goes on, the better. I love it. But one thing that I'm kind of nervous about with it lasting so long is the how well is the game gonna run. I have a gaming PC. It works pretty well. Every now and then I'll have to clean it, like clean the hard drive and just clean up some space and do some stuff to my settings to make things run smoother and stuff like that. But other than that, like it's not the most powerful computer, but it does what it needs to do. And I'm scared that if we get 15 more packs of The Sims 4, like that's a lot of content. That's a lot of content, and I just don't want things to start running slow. If you don't know, James Turner has a thing on his website where you can disable certain packs. So maybe in the future, that's what people are going to have to do. They're going to have to disable packs in order to, even if we own all the packs, we're not going to be able to actively play with all the packs at all times, because it's just going to be so much content. So maybe in the future, that's something we're going to have to utilize is disabling some of our packs when we want to play. I really want to do a Werewolves Let's Play. Werewolves actually comes out on Thursday, so in 3 days. I'm really excited for that. I want to do a Let's Play, but we just have to see how my money's working by then, because I also have to buy it for myself. So, did I say let's play or giveaway? I want to do a giveaway, but we just need to see where my money's at that point. Money's a little tight, but we shall see. I really want to do a giveaway for that pack. But I really want to do a let's play with that pack, and I haven't done gameplay on my desktop in so long that I'm so scared it's not gonna run right. Knock on wood, because I really need it to. I think what I'm gonna do is, I have this series on my channel, A Day in the Life of, and that's where I play a career that I don't normally play, or just, you know, any career, and I play like the level 10 of that career for like 1 or 2 Sims days, and then I make a video, and yeah, I call it A Day in the Life. And those videos have actually done pretty well. I've done 2 so far. I've done the detective career and the doctor career. The next career I'm gonna do is the scientist career, because if with doing those 3, that gets get to work out of the way, because those three careers came with get to work. By the way, this is the first room, so I imagine I imagine the double bed at the bottom is for a teen, and the one at the top is for a kid. They're both boys, and they share this room. Yeah. You would think with this big old house, no one would have to share a room, but I think both rooms end up being shared by kids, but they're still very spoiled. They have everything they could ever want: gaming PC, PS4, a TV, a fish. Like, they have it all. And then this is for another teen. It's a girl. I guess I don't make her share a room, but yeah. So what was I saying? Oh, yeah. If I do those 3, once I do the scientist career, then that gets the get to work pack out of the way. Obviously this series only works with the careers that you can actually go and do. So like, I could do a day in the life of a retail shop owner, so I would have to build or download a retail shop and run it. I could do a day in the life of a photographer, because we kind of have that in the game. I could do a day in the life of a interior designer, and we can do, you know, a dream home decorator kind of situation. Day in the life of a writer, and we can write, and of an author. So there's a few playable careers that we can kind of do. I just need to make sure it's interesting. But anywho, still working on this bedroom. Not too much going on here. Why is it taking me so long to like find stuff for this bedroom? All I've put down is the bed and the side tables and a rug. Yeah, all the kids get a TV in their room. I think. Oh, this is me putting a fireplace in the master suite, because I remembered that I put 2 chimneys on this house, so I needed to put that second fireplace to make that make sense. But I think this room actually has an ensuite attached to it, I believe. I don't even remember I don't think I show you me furnishing the bathrooms. I think I stopped recording to furnish the bathrooms. I think you may have seen me furnish the master suite bathroom, but that's about it. So she gets her own desk and her own laptop. Unfortunately, the boys have to share the gaming PC. Yeah. Oh, and this is the last room of the house. This is upstairs. It was just kind of like an extra space. I could have made it another bedroom, but I was like, no. For one, it's too big, and like, that's a lot of bedrooms. Excuse me. Just had to yawn. I think that, yeah, that's the only yawn of this video. So, doing better. But, so this is just a gaming room, specific for gaming. So we have the foosball table, we have darts, we have a television, we have the gaming table that has the llama game on there, Don't Break the Llama or something like that. It's basically the Sims version of Jenga. We have a seating area so they can watch TV and play games. I thought I put like a gaming console in here, like the Sims version of the PS4 or the Xbox. I thought I put that in here, maybe not. But yeah, I imagine the kids spend a lot of time in there. And now here we are in the backyard. So we just put a seating area over here and some loungers. Yeah, I put 4. Detailing up the pool, nothing crazy, nothing serious. I'm gonna put some fountains, the little fish fountains that I believe are base game objects. Yes, they are. I don't know what I'm doing right here. Oh, I was thinking about putting some landscaping over there, and I didn't like it, so I was like, screw that. There's a gate right there that leads to the sidewalk that's over there. And then we have a gazebo, or a pergola is actually what it's called, not a gazebo. This is a pergola, and I put a little seating area under it. And then behind the seating area, I'm actually gonna put a dining table as well. I'm doing the outside lighting right now, so I'm not sure if I show me putting the dining table or not. I think, okay, yes. Oh, it's not a dining table, it's a picnic table. Okay, I changed it to a dining table, the one that came with backyard stuff. So anyway, guys, the screenshots are about to start rolling, so thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will always respond to your comments. And please hit that notification bell, that way you know exactly when I post my next video, exactly when I post it, and I will see you all then. Bye, guys.